Assalamu alaikum, everyone, and welcome to the Balance and Thrive podcast series. So, today we're talking about a hot topic, and you've probably been told it's your diet and lack of exercise that's making you fat, that's keeping you overweight. But what if there's more to this story? Weight loss hacks and secrets are big business today, and everyone's looking for that magic pill. But what if there was a way to work with your body to help it lose weight effortlessly without worrying about diet or exercise? Now, would you believe such a thing could exist? I'm going to share today with you a hack that has helped my clients lose weight after years of struggling or found a 20-kilo weight loss in 5 months being postpartum with a 2-year-old. So let's dive in. So for those of you who don't know me, I've just been added to the group. I'm Faria. I'm a health and wellness coach. I have a special interest in insulin resistance, and I help women lose weight, balance their blood sugars, kill sugar addiction, have boundless energy. And I do that using principles from quantum and circadian biology. And that is through my one-to-one and group coaching program. Just a quick disclaimer, everything that's shared with you today is for educational purposes only, not intended to diagnose or cure. If you have a serious medical concern, please reach out to a medical practitioner. So, women who do struggle to lose weight often blame their metabolism or their age, and they resign themselves to the belief that it's completely normal for them in this season of their life. One thing for you to bear in mind is that from the age of about 20 to 60, your metabolism stays pretty constant. So what is it that keeps many women struggling with their weight? Well, the emotional impact is something I have no doubt about, because the body will never lose weight if it feels unsafe. So for sure, a dysregulated nervous system is going to cause weight loss to be almost impossible. And this is largely due to its connection with leptin. Now, you may have heard about leptin being the hormone that controls hunger and satiety. It's a bit more than that. Leptin is actually one of your main hormones. The other two significant ones being cortisol and melatonin. So if you imagine that these are the legs of a three-legged stool. Now, when one of these goes out of balance, what's going to happen? That stool's going to fall down. When leptin is out of whack, it affects cortisol. Increased cortisol creates an increase in appetite. Increased cortisol at night means that you have the urge to snack. And guess what this does to melatonin? It cancels it out. Insufficient melatonin means you don't get that restful sleep, which is vital for weight management. But sleep isn't the hack that we're going to be talking about today. Stay with me. The one thing that connects all three of these hormones is light. Both natural and artificial have an impact on these. Natural light boosts them, and artificial light causes them to become imbalanced. So what then is the hack that we're talking about today? Studies have shown that sufficient bright light in the mornings can impact weight loss and metabolism. This is due to the interactions with your hormones. A PubMed study showed ample brightness in the mornings gives a metabolic advantage over the control group who did not get appropriate brightness in the morning. Let's just look at a couple of these studies. In a randomized clinical trial among 34 overweight women who were in the age group of 20 to 54 years, a 45-minute morning light treatment of 1,300 lux, which is the measurement of light, for 3 weeks induced a reduction in percent body fat, body mass, and appetite. Another study, a controlled laboratory study among 25 overweight individuals, those with obesity, undergoing 6 weeks of morning bright light treatment. They increased it here to 5,000 lux, and they combined it also with moderate exercise, showed a significant reduction in body fat compared to exercise without the light treatment. So some people think it's just exercise that I need to do more of. That's going to give you some boost, no doubt about it, because movement does help. However, if you're not getting some other lifestyle changes into that, you're going to be doing yourself a huge disservice. Another study. Oh no, we mentioned this one. So there are actually a lot of studies now looking at the connection between the amount of light that you have and your metabolism and your weight and the impact it has on your hormones. So these studies have looked at these things over a period of time, and they've looked at men and they've also looked at women, right? And it's such a simple hack that just not doing it would be like, why would you choose not to when it's such an easy thing for you to try, right? So there we go, giving you a hack there that you could go away and implement tomorrow. But just to make this a little bit more sweeter for you guys, along with lots of bright light during the day, which is an already easy weight loss hack for anyone to try, the other important side to also consider is to keep your nights dim. And the majority of people have this upside down. Because what happens, they spend their days inside where it's darker than it is outside. And then they spend their nights under bright lights, which is way brighter than it is outside. This causes the bodily systems to crash into chaos. Because bright lights at night will signal to your body that it's still daytime outside, and it's not. So why is this a problem? Well, that environment raises cortisol. It increases insulin even if you're not eating, and pushes your body temperature up. And these are all the things that you absolutely do not want to be doing before bed, because that setup does not allow for the release of melatonin. In fact, just a 2-hour exposure to blue light at night suppresses melatonin by 22%. And if you know anything about melatonin, especially during winter, it's very protective of our cells. Now, again, let's look at some studies related to that. So in one study, bedroom brightness was significantly associated with an increased risk of high BMI and obesity in women. In 513 older individuals with and without diabetes, ambient light intensity in the evening before bed, and they looked at the lux, was associated with a 51% increase in the prevalence of diabetes. This is just looking at your light, ladies. Okay, so you can see how much of an impact it actually has. Until artificial light became a part of our lives, humans were exposed to natural outdoor bright light during the day and dimmer light at night. Deviating from this natural light intensity range, such as reducing daylight exposure and increasing illuminance during the dark, alters sleep and metabolic regulation. And also here, others who are exposed to artificial light at night or late meal times also show disrupted circadian rhythms and increased metabolic and cardiac disorders. Okay, so they looked at disruptions, they noticed disruptions to hormones, metabolism, and also an increased risk of cardiovascular diseases. So it's pretty clear then that brighter days and dimmer nights have the ability to affect weight, appetite, and even your metabolism. So it's crucial to get your light right. And as always, ladies, we want to be proactive with our health and not reactive. So I hope in our short and sweet summary today, you have got something to go away with and practically start implementing in your life, because this is what I want these sessions to be about. Not just coming here for more information to fill your minds with. I want you to come, go away and implement something that's going to transform your life for good. Jazakallah khair for being here. And I will speak to you guys at the next live in a couple of weeks. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.